looked at the sun. I was trying to do a funny intro, but I just stared at the sun. Now I can't see. What was I gonna say? Here, starting over, backing up. 3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, what's up? We are here at the farm for the weekly update. Ooh, it's looking really nice out today. It is August 26th, and we do an update every Tuesday, checking on the Giants, and we'll go over what's been happening here, guys. The traffic's a little loud, but that's okay. Guys, first update. Look at, I bought this just to haul the pumpkin for Chunk. We needed some way to get Chunk up to the way off. So I bought a flatbed turbo diesel. We can fit 12,000 pounds on this 12-foot bed, so we're good to go. We got a big old dually truck. And once I'm done with it, then I'll send the truck to auction, because I buy and sell stuff anyway. So maybe we can even make a profit on that. I don't know. We'll see. But now we got a way to get the pumpkin to the way off without having to bother people. So, guys, let's start over by the long gourds. Looks like Tom... So I planted these plants for Tom, and we just kind of let him go wild. He likes to just leave all the gourds grow. He likes quantity over quality, which is okay. So it looks like he brought some of last year's gourds out for a video, because he has a YouTube channel. Here's a funny, twisty one. Look, they're really light. So they are a hard shell gourd. Here, let me set this down. See? They are a hard shell gourd, just like any other gourd, basically. So you can save them for many years if you dry them out like that. So that's kind of cool. Let's take a look at them, though. Wow. Oh, gosh. There's... Uh-oh. We got one touching the ground. Another... Well, that one's touching the ground. I think sometimes if they don't have a real good hold, they will rip themselves down. This one's getting kind of leaky, sappy on the bottom. I don't know if we're gonna be able to save that. Maybe we should cut that one off. That's one of the longest ones. That is the longest one. So I don't know, but they're very cool. I guess we've had a pretty lot on one plant before, but this is actually 3 plants. So pretty neat though. It's fun to see just how many they can produce like this. So I'm not sure if I was to have been growing these for competition, I wouldn't have pollinated them this early. I would have let the plants get bigger and then pollinated, and just let one per plant grow, but that's okay. Looks like the plants are getting tired out from having so many gourds on them, but it was a complete success because there's a lot of really nice gourds. Okay, let's go move on to the Tom plant. This plant is actually surprising me so much. It's not only is it huge, I finally started tipping off these vines. It's a pretty massive plant. It goes over there, back there. Actually, it goes way back there, over here. And it has lots of pumpkins on it. We just let it go, kind of like Tom likes to do with the gourds. I planted this plant for Tom, and I've been helping him with it. But it has, I think, 7 or 8 pumpkins on it. So let's take a look. We kind of had a little side project. Maybe we're going to see how many pounds we could get on one plant. That's kind of a fun little side project. So here's a new one that started growing nice. So I put some sand under it and positioned it. So see, I put the foam, the noodle under it there to prop it up so it grows nice and even. Because some of these will be sellable for Halloween decoration pumpkins. So, Albert here is the biggest, of course, but has been the problem child. I have been on the brink of losing this pumpkin the entire season, but somehow I keep fixing it and saving it. So let's see what I've been doing. Hey, I noticed this one not too long ago. There's a huge pumpkin sitting in here. That one's in bad shape because it was growing in all the weeds, and it's got little scars and stuff all over it. Okay, let's see if we're saving this. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's turn the fan off. Let me show you what I've all been doing. So if you remember oh, wow. Oh my gosh, I might have actually saved it. So remember for many weeks, if you've been watching weekly, we had a really leaky, nasty crack down here with fruit flies in it. And let me see if I can get you guys close enough. Look, it's completely healed. So that one's completely healed. So then it started rotting here on the stem. And it took me a week or two to fix this, so that's completely dry and good. And then for the last couple weeks, I've been fighting this rot that was on the stem right here. And I kept trying to get it all out. I would dig deeper and deeper, but I wouldn't quite get it all. So then it would spread. So what I'm learning by doing this is you have to make sure to get it all. You don't always, I mean, it seems bad to have to cut this deep into your stem, but if you're able to stop it in its tracks, then you just saved the pumpkin. So, and it looks like I did some major cutting yesterday, and overnight it didn't puke out a bunch of sap or mold, you know, or pus or whatever, you get what I'm saying? Because when it's molding, when it's rotting and stuff, it shoots out lots of juice because there's bacteria breaking down the flesh and it's getting watery. So I can tell that looks like we're okay. And one of the things I did after I cut and did the surgery for like the 6th time, I hit it really hard with the hair dryer on high, and I got it super close like this. And I did it for a long time. Like I do it for a few minutes, and then I'd cool it off with this fan for a few minutes, and then I did it again until I cauterized it. I'll stop sometimes and check to make sure I'm not heating it up, cooking, like killing the cells. So if it feels too hot to the touch, then I stop. But if it still feels just warm to the touch, I kept hitting it with high heat. And that was cauterizing this. So instead of putting powder in there like some people do with sulfur or Captain, I don't have any powder in there, but I just cauterized it with heat. And now and the fact that it looks so good overnight, I'm going to have a nice sunny day today. I'm going to keep the big fan on it, and I'm going to hit it a few more times with this. And I think we might have saved this pumpkin. Okay, was that enough talking? Here, let's get this fan back on. Some people might want to know how to save their pumpkins. So here's a big goopy blob here. See, there's other little parts that are sapping. See, here's a tiny little rot spot right here. I'll probably scratch that out today. See, that's what I mean. So it'll keep gooing out of there if we don't take care of that. Yay, that's good news, guys. Whoa, I'm gonna fall. So we have a nice big pumpkin here. We're actually gonna do something this week. Let's go ahead and measure. I'm gonna measure all these pumpkins and even the little ones over here, and let's see how much weight is on this one plant. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Let's take a look at the other ones quick. So we saw the littlest one there. The biggest one there is Albert. These are all unnamed. Here's my foot. Wow, beautiful pumpkins. I wish I knew what this plant was. I lost the popsicle stick that I had that written on. I don't know what seed this was. Wow, these are really growing. Look at these big old guys. There's pumpkins everywhere. This one's getting really big. By really big, I mean like 200 and something pounds. I mean, it's just, look, they're lined up. Oh, it's so neat. There's more too. Look at, this one grew with an interesting slogan on it. Look, it says pumpkin spice. Tom wanted me to write that on there. I think I scratched it in like a week ago, and see how it's scabbing over? And them scabs will rise to the surface and expand outward and even bump upward. It gets really cool. So hopefully that will continue to do that, you know, as it grows. So I will have a short. I made a short while I was doing it, but I'm waiting for it to scab over and rise up to post that short, like the before and after type of thing. So That's one of the small ones. Here's the Cinderella pumpkin. Stays really small, but probably still like 75 pounds or something. And unfortunately, guys, oh, don't be mad at me. Tractor pumpkin broke off. I had to move my tractor. I needed it. So I tried to lower tractor pumpkin down. There was a pumpkin growing on my tractor, guys. If you didn't see last video, it broke. We can add that. Well, we don't have to add that one to the weight. That's sad. It's very sad. All right, guys, let me check the weight on all these and I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, I have the official, unofficial weight estimates. So for Albert there, 659 pounds. The new little one, 5 pounds. 99 pounds. 188 pounds. 205 pounds. 27 pounds. And 59 pounds. For a grand total of, drumroll, 1,242 pounds we got on this plant. That's cool. So we'll have to check it again in a few weeks or at the end or something and see if we could get to 2,000 pounds on this plant. Wouldn't that be cool? As a plant that was not really cared for correctly, it was just kind of half cared for. So, guys, it is time to check on the big one. And you'll see a change. I don't think I had this up last time. This was the best choice I've ever made in pumpkin growing. I moved my white greenhouse from my yard and I'm using it as the pumpkin cover. Oh my gosh, it is incredible, guys. First, let's check out the plant like we usually do. We have awesome, this is the far end of the plant, like I've said. The stump is way over there somewhere. This is perfect looking. I'm even still burying vines right here. I did tip these. I'm like, I don't need to. Here's another one. Oh, did we tip this one? That one looked like it tipped itself. But I'm deadheading, but I let a few more leaves grow. Here's, see, I'm gonna snip this off, but I'm gonna let this new leaf grow. So we got a few brand new leaves coming in. Plenty of nice leaves to get us through the next month, which is great. And look at that sitting there, guys. That's from Amazon, a 10-foot by 6.5-foot greenhouse. They're only like, I think it was like $130. And they're pretty sturdy, actually. They look like they'll last a few seasons. They have like the string, the rope or whatever, plastic, you know, whatever it is, inside the plastic. It's like reinforced, you know. This is Kingbird brand. And one thing that's also cool about it, it's got really beefy zippers. They're separate zippers if you just want to open it up like a screen. So you can open up this whole door just like a screen. Otherwise, you can open up the entire door like a garage door, you know, and roll it up and you clip it up here. And you can clip the same exact things on the other side too. So there's one of the big open doors that can either be a screen or a fully opened roll it up and clip it door. And it has the same things with the windows. You can open up and have them like screens. And speaking of, it's roasting in here. So I'm gonna open this up. Hold on, guys. There we go, guys. Hey, beautiful. Hey, now we can see over here. We never get to see over here. Let's see, you can just roll it up and clip it. Now we can, wow, the stump. We haven't seen the stump in a long time. It's humongous. It's hiding in there. I do have a solar power fan on it. So that's cool. Oh, hey, I'll have to show you guys. Look, the other plant's gone. We'll check that out later. First, we got to see the beast. We got to unleash the beast here, guys. Might be a little harder to film it. Let me see where we can put this blanket. The struggle's real, guys. When you got a big pumpkin. Here she is. Let me see if I can step back a little. Hey, luckily in this case, the wide angle of the GoPro is helping us. Here, let me get the basketball for scale. It's hard to tell the scale of this thing now. Here, let me step out of the greenhouse too. We'll get one of these views. So see, this pumpkin fits in there, and there's still enough room for me to walk around. I can keep it really dry. That was the main reason I brought this over. I was having trouble keeping my sand dry no matter what, from the sprinklers and the rain. From the edges, the sand would seep the moisture in, and you don't want that. You want the whole area around your pumpkin to be dry. And look, it's doing exactly that. That sand's perfectly dry. So the pumpkin could not be happier. And the bonus side effect that I didn't even think about at the time is I can regulate the temperature of the pumpkin as it starts getting cooler. Like, we're getting into the 40s at night, like last night and tonight. It's getting cold out. And to keep getting good growth on your pumpkin, the pumpkin needs to be warm. I mean, it helps anyway. A warm fruit is going to keep growing more and faster. So toward the end of the day, a few hours before the sun goes down, I will close this up and let it heat up and get like 90 in there. It's only 70 out today, but it'll be 90 in there for a couple hours, and it'll warm up that pumpkin for the overnight temperatures, you know? And then I let it get nice and toasty in the morning like I just did. And now I'll leave this open for the day though, you know? Geez, I can sure talk a lot. But, so what I did then is I didn't want any exposed soil in here, because the soil radiates the moisture, or you know what I'm saying? The humidity comes out of the wet soil. So you'll see I have sand everywhere, you know, filling the entire greenhouse, except where there's that weed fabric. So, holy cow, how can I literally talk so much? Okay, let's put the basketball up here and let's get another view here. Uh-oh, we got to do the nerve-wracking check. Yay! No crack, guys. We are not going to lose this pumpkin. Okay, let's see if we can get a shot. We need a shot for the thumbnail. Okay, I don't know what you guys are seeing. Let me check it. There we go. She is a beast. Let me see if my McDonald cup is still where it was. Is it still growing? Yes, it is still growing. I had this about a centimeter away. Let me show you. I had it about this far away last night. So the entire pumpkin grew out like a centimeter, which, if you think about it, something that's this big, that's a lot of motion. Guys, this is, here, let me come straight over. It's the pumpkin's getting close to my chest. Wow. It's really cool. Let's inspect. I have a fan up here hanging. I did the same thing with, this was a soft spot right here. I scraped it out, treated it with alcohol, and then I hit it with the hair dryer a few times to cauterize it, and then I'm blasting it with the fan 24/7. And it's perfectly dry and healed. Everything's perfect. There was a little scratch up here that I don't know where it came from. It's perfect now. I put a little bit of powder in that one. Okay, good, good. Guys, I know I said I was gonna start keeping the weight a secret to try to get some kind of an advantage at the weigh-offs, but that's no fun. Let's get a measurement and see how much this thing weighs. We were at 1,503 pounds last time, right? And I said in the last video, I wanted to gain at least 100 pounds a week. So let's take a measurement and see if we're at 1,600 pounds. And that will be my new personal best. I've never seen numbers like that. So it'll be so cool. All right, I'll bring you guys back in a second and we'll punch the numbers in together. Okay, guys. Can you see the phone? It should be all right. Here, maybe more shade. Okay, so I do see we have 416-inch OTT, and I think we were only at 405 last time. So we definitely gained. Let's see if I want to try to be over 1,600 pounds this week. Look, guys, the circumference, if I get 1 more inch circumference, we'll be at 16 feet around for a circumference. That is just blowing my mind. Here we go, guys. I'm going to scroll down. Bam! Yes. Oh, we just barely made it, guys. 1,609 pound estimate. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a close call. Let's try to hit 1,700. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a close call. Let's try to hit 1,700 by next week's update. So 7 days. And we're gonna just keep creeping along because we got time. It's still August. We have all of September still. Oh my gosh. Is it really happening, guys? I'm trying to creep up to 2,000 pounds. And we don't really know how thick it is, but what you can do is kind of thump on them gently. This pumpkin feels thick up here, which is normal. But to me, it feels kind of thin back here. They call it like a bubble. So I don't think it's going to weigh heavy, but what do I know? I have no idea. I'm not a good thumper, I guess. Wow, that is so exciting. 1,600 pound possible there. So, okay, let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at what I did with the Bernstrom plant. Oh, and I always forgot to mention, this is the 1727 Jacobus seed. So, in case there's new viewers watching. I've been doing a weekly video since it was like 11 days old or something. So, it's pretty cool to look back at some of the older videos of that exact fruit. So, all right, guys, so yep, the stump's right there. And this is where the halfway point was of the plants. This is a 101-foot patch, and it filled up the whole thing. So this is where that 2501 Bernstrom plant was. I was thinking about letting a separate pumpkin grow right here, remember? But it wasn't growing very fast. There's scarecrows. I don't know why I didn't put them there. Oh, Nathan put them there. Hello. Okay, so yep, look, this plant is completely gone. And the reason I decided to do that is, for one thing, that pumpkin wasn't growing very fast. And it's just more risk of bugs, fungus, disease. If it's a plant that's really not doing anything, get it out. And instead, so what I did, honestly, at the edge here, I can't even tell if some of this might have been the Bernstrom plant still, but I thought it would probably wilt. The ones that wilt would probably be the ones that were part of the Bernstrom plant. But anyway, there was all kinds of vines, like tertiaries and vines. And so we actually brought the skid loader in and dumped a bunch of sand and dirt here to bury all these vines. There was this entire thing was just vines. So we're hoping to get some extra secondary roots going there to help push the pumpkin. And I've been coming through and tipping stuff off, you know, stopping all the growth if I can, trying to send it. Oh, yep, see, I found like pumpkins like this. See, we gotta make sure there's no extra pumpkins in there. So, there we go, guys. Hey, I don't think I've ever even seen the pumpkin from this view. Holy cow. Look at the stump. Can you guys see the stump? It's humongous. It's like as big as my leg. There we go, guys. We'll call it a video right there, and I appreciate you guys watching so much. And let's cross our fingers for 1,700 pounds next week on the update video. Here we go. I'll hold you guys up. Pretty cool. If you're a giant grower, start using that exact greenhouse, or you're going to be in trouble. I'm going to send you to your room. Okay, bye-bye.